YouTube. Today on the Naughty Librarian, I am bringing you a rather tipsy book haul. Like many booktubers, we pre-film videos, which is what I am doing today. I'm pre-filming, but couple things. One, unlike many booktubers, I drink in my videos, and number two, this is not the first video I have filmed today. So, I have come to terms with the fact that I should not be on camera right now, because I am a little loosey-goosey, but I also feel like magic might happen. So, this is like a new book haul. I have gotten a lot of books like library book sales, a couple of them I bought, some were given to me by the publisher or some other people that give me things, and I have books. Let's go through them. This is gonna be a wild ride. I don't know if this is gonna see the light of day. It probably will, but who knows? We'll see in the future together. Ooh. First book I picked up is The Highlander Takes a Bride, and this is by Lynsay Sands. And I grabbed it because I was like, you know what? I want a smutty kilt story. Like, just lift up the kilt and let me at it. So that was my initial thoughts, and I feel good about it. And let's see the smutty tab. Oh no, it's just a castle. What a letdown of a smutty tab. There's just castle. You open it up and you're like, oh, well, that's a lovely field. But the cover is sufficiently smutty. Let's see what this is about. Sword fighting, swearing, and riding astride come naturally to Sev. He has a hard name. S-A-I-D-H. I'm just gonna say his name is Sed. I know I'm probably saying it wrong, but I can't pronounce words. Wine. Starting over, sword fighting, swearing, and riding astride come naturally to Sed Buchanan. Simpering and holding her tongue, definitely not. Oh, Sed is a woman? I have been misinformed. Raised alongside 7 boisterous brothers, Sed has little interest in saddling herself with a husband until she glimpses the new Laird MacDonald bathing naked in the loch. Oh my gosh, it's so Scottish. Though she's far from a proper lady, the brawny Highlander makes Sed feel every inch a woman. She has an angel's looks, a warrior's temper, and seeks out his kisses with wanton eagerness. Little wonder that Greer is intrigued by his comely guest. When reckless desire overtakes them, he's more than willing to make an honest woman of her. But Sed is the target of a hidden enemy, and Greer faces the battle of his life to safeguard the woman he wants above all others. So they're gonna do it before they're married. We found that out in the blurb. I mean, we already knew that was gonna happen, but they confirmed it. It's like a rough and tumble lady and a rough and tumble dude doing rough and tumble stuff to each other, and I'm into it. I want to see like a very Scottish book. And this one is very Scottish. He is naked in a loch, so there's that. And there's peril and smuttiness, and I wanted a kilt lifter book. I just wanted to see some kilts lift. That's what I wanted, and I found it. The next book I grabbed was Cold-Hearted Rake by Kleypas, and I think this is a relatively newer one, but it's also odd because, like, look how much bigger it is. Like, why is it so much bigger than its counterpoint? Like, they're both by Avon Books. It's the same publisher, but it's so much taller, and it freaks me out. Why is it taller? They're both US editions. I am very confused. Anyway, back to this book. Let's see the smutty tab. Okay, not very smutty, but it's better than a field, so there's that. Devon Ravenel, London's most wickedly charming rake, ooh, I like rakes, has just inherited an earldom. But his powerful new rank in society comes with unwanted responsibilities, and more than a few surprises. His estate is saddled with debt, and the late Earl's 3 innocent sisters are still occupying the house. Along with Kathleen, Lady Trenier, a beautiful young widow whose sharp wit and determination are a match for Devon's own. So I think it's a sexy widow we're dealing with. Kathleen knows better than to trust a ruthless scoundrel like Devon, but the fiery attraction between them is impossible to deny, and from the first moment Devon holds her in his arms, he vows to do whatever it takes to possess her. As Kathleen finally yields herself, wait, nope, that's not what it says, I was making that up. As Kathleen finds herself yielding to his skillfully erotic seduction, only one question remains. Can she keep from surrendering her heart to the most dangerous man she's ever known? Dun dun dun. It's a bad boy story, and I think she's a widow with little girls, and the Earl was, I guess, her husband, and he's dead. And I don't know how Devon comes into this. He inherited an earldom. So did he inherit from his dad, and this is like his dad's widow? Because that is weird. I hope it's stepmommy, not like stepmom. But I don't understand I don't know how the ton works. I've read a lot of these historicals, and I still don't understand how the hierarchy works. I don't know. I just go with the flow. I'm like, yeah, he's like this guy with stuff. They're all guys with stuff. They just have different names, like Earl and Duke and Viscount. They're all things, whatever. But yeah, it's a cold-hearted rake. I'm wondering if he's a rake with a heart of gold or a rake with a heart of assholes, because I love rakes with hearts of gold. So I don't know. Time will tell. I want to read a Lisa Kleypas book because I haven't yet, and even though this one is tall and weird because it's not uniform with the other books, I'm still happy I got it. Check out this Beverly Jenkins book I found. This is Sexy Dangerous. I was like, yeah, Sexy Dangerous. Tell me exactly what's happening in the title. Perfect. Nailed it. Nailed it completely. Wearing her shades of black Stetson and snakeskin cowboy boots, security agent Maxine Max Blake is the baddest thing walking. Really? In a cowboy hat? Ex-Marine, ex-cop, and a whole lot of tood, Max doesn't have time for anything but her job. Her latest assignment, to protect Dr. Adam Gary. Her problem? He doesn't want her there. Adam wants to focus on his work, not to be distracted by the tall, sexy woman. A foiled kidnapping attempt may have forced him to take an undercover agent into his household. But no one said anything about the agent being a woman, or that she'd be beautiful, or that she came with 2 monster Rottweilers. Ooh, there's dogs. Oh, there's dogs. How is he supposed to concentrate on his top secret project that could revolutionize the world when all he can think about is her smooth, coffee-colored skin and those long, lean legs? But as danger nips at their heels, love may be a distraction neither of them will live to enjoy. You know what? I bought this just because I saw Beverly Jenkins and then Sexy Dangerous, which was like a great name for a book. And now I'm kind of intrigued that the woman is the badass. Yes, I want to see a nerdy guy and like a badass woman, because I always see the opposite in books. So I'm glad they flipped the switch on that. Also, I picked up Dark Nights by Christine Feehan. Christine Feehan is one of those authors. I keep buying her books and I haven't read them. I'm a monster. I am a monster. However, this dark series, like there's Dark Prince and there's some other dark things, and then there's Dark Nights. Like, I like its vibe. Like, I like the vibe of this series. So I kind of want to read them, because I'm like vibing on it. So I found one of those books and I was like, okay, come here, darkness. So let's see what this is actually about. In a cave of mystery and wonder deep in the Carpathian Mountains, bodyguard Joy Sanders encounters a most remarkable being. Proud, strong, immortal, he is called Trajan. His name has too many vowels in it. An ageless hunter locked in a life and death battle with enemy vampires, and he will be her salvation in a labyrinth protected by the ingenious traps of a mysterious ancient race. What awaits them in the darkness is not known, and each step could be their last, as their destined path leads toward a fiery passion that will illuminate the perilous dark night. Okay, so it's like Sexy Tomb Raider with vampires. Sexy vampire Tomb Raider. And I mean, it's a very attractive man on the cover. This kind of was a selling point for me. And then also vampires, and then it's Sexy Tomb Raider. So I like adventure stories, and I've been having a thing for sexy vampires lately. I'm into this. Wine break. Might as well just keep drinking at this point. Holy crap, look what I found at a library book sale. Oh my goodness gracious. In case you do not know what this is the Ark of Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. It's a little beat up, but it's the freaking Ark from 2015. I am obsessed. And I really did like this book so much when I read it. It's actually very good. It's kind of, X-Men, but like in a fantasy world, kind of dystopian world. And basically, people either have red blood or silver blood, and the people with silver blood have like magic. And then you have Mare Barrow, who's got red blood, but uh-oh, she's got lightning powers. What's going on? And then there's political upheaval and revolutions and all that jazz. And I found the Ark. Oh my gosh, sometimes I find Arks and I get very excited, especially for books that I love. And I find the Ark of it, oh my gosh, it's like a little bonus prize. So I was very excited I found this at a library book sale. Holy potatoes, I was so excited, so I grabbed it. I needed it, I needed this. Another Ark I found at this book sale was Give the Dark My Love by Beth Revis. And I actually wanted to read this. I mean, it's got a really cool title. So there's that. It's about this girl named Nedra, and she is like a scholarship kid at this magic school, and she wants to be a magic doctor. So like a doctor who does magic stuff and heals people. Because there's also a plague that's coming and it's bad, and she's like, I gotta stop this plague, it's fucked up, we gotta stop this. And then this guy Gray is like, hey sup, I like that you're smart and junk. And she's like, alright. And then they get probably smoochy, and then the plague is coming, so she has to do stuff. And then he's like, oh wait, are you doing necromancy? Because that's weird. And she's like, fuck you, I'm gonna do what I want. That's what I'm assuming is gonna happen. But I found the Ark, so there's that. And Beth Revis actually wrote this other series I read many years ago, the Across the Universe series. And I remember liking it for what it was. It's not my favorite series in the world, but it was fun for what it was. And then this one came out, and I was like, all right, necromancy. I've been into necromancer books lately. And it's the Ark, and it's pretty, and I just like the title. So I got it. I don't know why I'm defending my choice to get this book, but I got it and I'm excited about it. I also found a copy of Blood of Wonderland by Collen Oates. And this series has always appealed to me. It's kind of like dark Alice in Wonderland. I don't think this is book 1 of this series. Maybe there'll be some pictures. Let's see. This looks like it's the middle book of the series. There's Queen of Hearts, and then there's Blood of Wonderland, and then there's War of the Cards is book 3. So I just got book 2 of this series, but I mean the cover, killing it. This cover's knocking it out of the freaking park, man. I mean, cover game, solid. Dark Wonderland, bloody, brutal Wonderland story, really feeling it. I have always wanted to read this story, and I don't have the books, but I constantly see them like on Book Outlet, and I'm like, ooh, I should put that in my cart. And then I put it in my cart and I don't buy them because I don't know. I do that a lot. I put things in my cart and then I don't buy them. Let me know in a comment down below, are you a monster too? Because I do that all the time. Sometimes I just want to think about my purchases and I don't always make them, but I leave them in the cart for like an unseasonably long amount of time. I got book 2, so I can't really say what this series is about besides it's dark, bloody Wonderland, and I want to read it, and the covers are awesome, so la la la. I think it's officially that time of the video where I can say the wine has become too much wine. I can feel myself getting tipsier and tipsier as this goes on, but we are almost done. So we're gonna push through, we're gonna rally. Let's go. I also picked up Half Bad by Sally Green. This is another book 2 of this series. I have book 1, which is called Half Bad, and I've been wanting to read it for a long time. And then I happened to find this at a library book sale. It was 50 cents. So I was like, okay, for 50 cents, I'm gonna get this hardback. It is in great shape. Holy smokes. It is about like boy wizards defeating evil fathers. And I also think there's boys kissing in it. I don't remember all the details, but I do remember really, really wanting to read it. And those are like the factors that I knew. And also, I read this other book by Sally Green called The Smoke Thieves, and it's remarkably good. And technically that is in the YA section, but totally should not be in the YA section. I don't know why it's there. It really shouldn't. It should really be in the adult section because it is like dark to a point where I'm like, this isn't YA. Like, you know, there's certain books that you're just like, they shouldn't be there. Like Sarah J. Maas. Like, let's be real, that's new adult, but the characters are young, so they get put in YA, but I'm like, they're fucking a lot. They should go to adult. So, kind of the same thing with her writing, where it's very dark and gritty. So I feel like this is going to be one of those crossover books where It's YA, but I'm like, not really. So, I mean, it's wizards. I know it's like magic and wizards, and there's boys kissing and evil dads. So I'm into it. I picked up The Bear and the Nightingale by Katherine Arden, and I've been really wanting to read this. It's on my TBR list. It looks gorgeous. It's kind of Russian folklore, fairy tale kind of story. Got it for 50 cents at a library book sale, so it was a find and a half. I know it's about this girl named Vasilisa, and she lives in like rural Russia, and there's little house spirits and stuff, and then she has to do these rituals, and it keeps the house spirits from being cranky. And then her dad marries this bitchy lady from the city, and she's like, stop with the fucking spirits. And they're like, okay. And then the spirits get all bent out of shape, and then shit gets real. So she has to like save her family because her mother's a bitch. I mean, really, people should just pay me to synopsize things. I am killing it, obviously. Bear and the Nightingale has been on my TBR list. I am so intrigued by it. It seems very lyrical and beautiful. I love the Russian folklore aspect of it. It just seems like a really genuinely cool, well-written book. I don't know because I haven't read this yet, but like I have high hopes. Like I'm side-eyeing it with like, what's up? You know, I'm not like giving it derision. I'm giving it like the once over. So I'm into this. I do want to read this a lot. I also received The Girl the Sea Gave Back by Adrienne Young. This is from Book of the Month Club, which I am an affiliate of. This was the September Book of the Month. I saw it on the list of picks, and I was like, oh my gosh, they have it. They have that book. I was astounded and so happy because this is like the one book I was genuinely unhappy that I missed out on getting at Y'all West because they had like very limited amount of arcs. And I didn't get one, and I was very sad, and then like it came into my life later. I am so happy. So this is from Book of the Month. It's kind of Vikings, and I feel like it's in the same world as Adrienne Young's other book, which is Sky in the Deep, which is also a Viking story, and very fun. Like I kind of want to read some Viking books. There's not enough of them. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I just briefly went over the blurb, and they mentioned Hallvard, and Hallvard was in book 1 when he was a little kid, and this is like 10 years later, so he's like a grown-up, and then he's gonna have his own grown-up story with this girl who like came out of the sea with all these runes all over her, and she can tell the future and stuff, and then there's battles, and he's like supposed to be the chief, and then he's like, oh, I gotta stop these battles, and she's like, hey, I got prophecies, and he's like, cool, stick around. But that's what I got out of my like 1 second perusal of this little blurb in here. But I was like, oh my gosh, it's about Hallvard. I didn't know. I knew it was in the same universe, but I didn't know how it was gonna work into that universe. And now that I saw that, I am so into it. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh goodness, I'm so happy. I'm so happy with this book. I love it. It's Vikings. It's fantastical. It's action-packed. It's got everything I want it to be, so I'm like very satisfied with it. The last book I got recently was Teeth in the Mist by Don Kurtagich. I think it's Kurtagich. It's a long word, and I've had too much wine. That's what I'm hoping it is. I was very kind of on the fence about this book because, frankly, like, I think the cover's dumb. Like, I really dislike this cover. It looks really bad. But I have had it recommended to me consistently. And then I read the blurb, and I was like, okay, like, I hear you. Let's try this out. And then I had a coupon at Barnes & Noble, so I got it for fairly cheap. So I was like, all right, let's do this. Basic gist of the story is that there's 3 different girls, and it's told in 3 different time periods. So there's like modern day, and then there's like the 1700s, and then there's like the 1500s. And they're 3 girls around the same age. And they're all linked together because of this unholy pact that was made a long time ago in this house in Wales. This priest, he's like, oh, what's these words I've found? Oh, they're devil talk. I'm gonna speak them. And then bad shit happened. And he's like, oh, peace out. And then he just left it alone because that's what dude bros do sometimes. They just fuck shit up and walk away. And then thousands of years later, uh-oh, bad shit's still going on, and these poor girls just keep getting wrapped up in it. But I did see the word unholy pact in like the blurb, and I was like, ooh, okay, I'm intrigued. So it's like different time periods, demons, and like ancient curses and spells, and I was like, okay, especially in Wales, like I feel like it's a good setting for it, and like I was very fascinated, and this has been recommended to me a lot, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna look past the stupid cover and like get the book. So I did. Alright, I'm just gonna finish this off. Why not? Woo! I feel like a champion right now. Okay, well, that was a book haul. I need to go lay down for a minute because, like I said, I have filmed a couple videos before this one, so I am getting to that point where I am not fit for public consumption. So I'm going to part ways with everybody right now before I get just sloppy. Anyway, let me know in a comment down below, what was your favorite book I hauled in this haul? Let me know if you want like a good spooky book, because I've been kind of in the mood for spooky books lately. Let me know in a comment down below. Also, let me know if you have been reading a really good book and drinking wine and then you realize, oh no, I've drank all of the wine. Because that is just what has happened to me right now. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like. And if you want to see more videos, make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon.